Well, hello folks. Nice picture that, isn't it? But how did it get like that? Well, I thought I'd do a little video and show you how I do my micro scrapping. Micro scrapping. It's not a term I'd heard until Scrap Kingdom, or Scrap Life 24/7 as he's known now. That's the first time I heard the phrase. But yeah, I suppose it makes sense. It's scrapping down to its tiniest. So, I'm Ian. This is my shed. Come into the workshop and I'll show you how I do it. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's just, you've got an elephant in there, you've got to eat it. People have different methods, different tools. You know what mine is. Right, let's get in there, let's have a look. So it's kind of an hobby for me, you know, I don't have to do it. I come in here, Sunday as it is. I'll stick the YouTube on. That's it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Alan Jackson, Jimmy Buffet. Get some music going. Sometimes I leave Hazy Days running. I come in here and get set up. The best thing about having your own workshop is you can leave it, come back to it as you left it. Your tools are in the right place, nobody's into messing about. Speaking about my tools, well, how do I do mine? I got a steel plate, I've got a couple of blocks to bash things on, I've got my bashing hammer, and I do like this brick hammer because it acts as a chisel as well. I've got snips, these are my favourite tools. I use these hell of a lot. Mole grips. I've got my screwdrivers of various sizes. There's a pokey thing I use. Spanners up there. Wrenches up there. Selection of hammers. And spanners if I need them. And if I get the occasional big thing, I've got bigger wrenches there. Angle grinder and a vise. So there we go. My elephant. Micro scrapping. There's no easy way of doing this. It's just do it. The way I do it is as it comes. Gives a little bit of variety. Got my teriyaki thing. I'll just take a spoonful and spin it out on there. Then it's just a matter of going through it. Up here I've got various little piles, and I've got a motor. I've got bigger bits which I'll throw to one side. Got a fuse. I'll pick out. Well, just before I start sorting that out, how am I organised? Well, I've got my little tub of brass there, little tub of copper there. These tubs will hold silver contacts or any gold bits. That's brass from when that gets full, gets emptied in there. I've got a rubbish bag at the side of me, so any rubbish goes straight into the bag. And this is my iron tub, so any iron gets thrown in there. Side of me I've got really low grade cable bag. So as I said, I'll go through, I'll take out brazery. I've got little sections for everything everywhere. Things that do need a strip, which could be simple, like this one. That just wants a wrench on it. He says clean brass. I think that's copper and iron. Iron in the tub, out of my file. That's copper, that's brass. So brass goes in that tub, copper goes in that tub, file goes back up there. Pick the copper out, all the tiny little pieces. What I do, as you can see, if I get some cable like that, I'll actually cut the ends off. Every little bit helps. And then I'll just gradually start cleaning it all. For example, we all know what these are, don't we? Cut it in half and just get off. Just break the ferrous material inside. And there we go. Copper into the copper tub. A lot of people don't do this. E-waste Mike leaves them on the board. I don't see the point. Every little bit helps. Of course, we don't have board sort over here. I might not. What else have we got? The fuse. We tested these the other video, we know that the brass microwave motor, the end off. Now I turn that over, it gives me a V, I can stick it in there, so I can pass it in the middle. And there we go. Get the bits of plastic out. If in doubt, just flatten them. Now I know Raphael, Scrapper, a couple of other guys, they prefer to use these to do all their scrapping with. We've all got your own individual tools. I don't. I can't seem to use these. Either they're a crap pair or they don't cut anything. They don't really easily cut. I probably need a bit of TLC and sharpen them up, something like that. Iron. Magnetrons, danger of death, they tell you if you break that up. So that will be angle grinder, just cut the ends off, take the copper out the middle. And these are what, try and do what Raphael does. He just puts it in there like that. Tell you what I'll do. I'll do it the Raphael way, and I'll do it my way. Raphael goes through them, and he cuts it. I struggle because these aren't really very sharp. But before watching anything in, you're making a pig's ear out of that. It's pretty painless that way. I prefer to just cut the ends off and then just pull it off like that. I think Raphael's way's neater, quicker, because he's got a nice pair of snips. Wizard pointed out in my video, and quite rightly so, there are dangers in scrapping, and this is one of the hidden dangers. That is asbestos, and it's a very nasty thing to be dealing with. There's my 2 bits of brass. Take the screw, 2 bits of brass, look at that. I'm doing this, I do wear a dust mask in the copper. Now that is an example, that's copper with a little bit of brass on it. Yes, I will take that bit of brass off. That's why I like using these a lot. Copper and brass, every little helps. When I end up with stuff like that, I get my teriyaki knife, like that. I just take out, make sure I ain't scrapping anything that's valuable, like that. Throw it back in the pile and now into my rubbish bag. Ah, there's a big boy. Sometimes what I tend to do is have a look at the pile like that and decide what's the biggest things and get rid of them. There we've got a microwave transformer. 2 choices. Get the grinder, trim the seam, knock it off, or just bash it to bits anyway. Like that. Again, copper, bit of brass. Easily separated. At the end of that is a little silver button. And I'll cut a bit of copper off. And I'll take that silver button and I'll put that with all my other silver buttons. Don't know why, but I've seen everybody else do it on YouTube, so I might as well do it. Whew. Wow, that's it. I've eaten that elephant. And Mr. Kingdom, don't say micro scrapping ain't dirty. Look at that. White bits, dirty bits. Yeah, I've got it all sorted out. I thought I'd like to show you, you know, some of the smaller things that you get. For example, these. Come on. Mainly you get them out of microwaves, micro switches. They've certainly got brass contacts, and yet you take your hammer and you get a little tap down the middle, you can pull out the lovely bits. And that there, nice big chunk of silver, or silver plated something. And I rue the day that I watched this on and it's gone that way. There it is. That go in that tub, brass goes in there. So I made that look so easy. Micro switches dealt with. And if you strip lots of microwaves and anything that's got heat involved, you end up with these heat sensors. Well, the top's aluminium, it says. That's picking up the side. This is easier because it just shatters. Right. Inside that, there's a little metal bit you don't want. Pull that off. That is your aluminium. And on this side, you've got a silver tab and a silver tab. And it being like a baker-like subject, you can just bash it to bits. You still want me to hit my thumb, don't you? Well, it ain't going to happen. So there's the silver button. That's that. That goes in that tub. There's quite a few in that tub now. And on the other side, and this side, no, that one. On the other side, there's another copper and silver button. If I wanted to, I could just cut the silver button off. That goes, come on, seriously, a microgram. But everybody else, and that silver button again goes in my silver tub. And I've got all those to go at. Ah! You knew I'd do it. Remember these fuses? Told you they were copper. When you did that, they were brass. Well, I'm always convinced there's copper on them. As it happens, that bit's copper. So, what have we got to do? Bish bash bosh. Get all the good stuff out. Take hold of that, get hold of that, and pull it off. See they got there? Copper! I knew there were copper on these fuses, which means that middle bit's copper as well. Whew. Well folks, I did this over a couple of days. And today in the UK, that Saharan plume, which has been hitting all my friends in America, the US of A, they'll all be going 100 degrees every day. It's hit here, and my God, is it warm in here. All morning I've been up at my lad's house and I've trimmed his hedges. And it looks like I've been self-harming. I should have wore some leather sleeves or something. I'm in pain and I'm going away in a day or two. So warm in here, I've had to look on YouTube, as in the redneck way, how to cool a man down. So I found this fan. It was off the beer cooler vid. I stuck it to a piece of wood and I got a plug
Because we was told that this warm weather were coming, I put a big chunk of ice in the freezer. No, I didn't. I put a bowl of water in the freezer, and then I got a big chunk of ice out of it. So in theory, I stick the ice in front of the fan and it blows cold air over me. That's the theory. I had a secondary plan, I'm going to tell you. I went to the shop to get some cold lager. I think I've been done. I think I bought a Duff beer. You get it? A Duff beer. So anyway, in his shed, melting. I don't know what it's going to be like in the next couple of days when I'm in Mallorca. Will the water taste like it oughta? And hopefully, if I get the timings right, I'll be able to meet Hazy Days when he meets you, Dizzy, on his 50th birthday this Sunday. And half the American YouTubers congregate in Worcester, Boston, for the great fantastic hot dog birthday party, which unfortunately I won't be there. So you guys, I wish you a great happy birthday, Dizzy, and all the guys that you're gonna meet: Mark, M, Drew, Captain Jerk, VW, 80 Motorsports. There's just so many. There's so many. I'll drink to you on this with this Duff beer. Duff or not, that went down nice. Here in his shed. Catch you in the next one.